Hello everyone, Paul here again. Welcome to another video on Island Life. And today's topic is going to be about my personal expenses for the month of December. The expenses that I had for me personally, and also the expenses for the apartment. So what does it cost to live in Algarve for one full month, one person? So if you want to find out, stick around for the end of the video. So without any further delay, let's get this video on the way. Hi guys, so as you know, I've been in Algarve for a while now, and I've been experiencing different prices, different stores you can go to. Each store have their own kind of price, but there is a lot of options in Algarve that you can shop around and look for the best prices. I'm not one of going out and spend too much time looking around for save a few cents here and there. I tend to go directly to the store, get the items that I need, and I just usually put it inside the car, pay, and off I go. So with that in mind, let's start up this video with the item number one. So number one is it's actually internet. I have internet here in Portugal, and I pay for the basic, and it's 36 euros per month. So originally when I moved in, I had the internet installed. I had some issues with the internet, and then I find out from my neighbors that this building actually had fiber optics. So I called their service provider, which is Misc, and I asked them to come in and install fiber optics on my apartment. So they came in and they installed fiber optics, they replaced equipment, and now I have HD internet, 5G, and everything just works great. I'm pretty amazed, as a matter of fact, how good the internet is here in Portugal. And the price didn't change, which, kudos for me. I'm very pleased with the internet here in Portugal so far. So the cost for internet for the month of December for me was 36 euros. So item number two is, gas, which is, what heats up a hot water tank. That usually is instant as you put the water on. So the hot water will automatically come online and warms up your water. Water for the sink, for the dishwasher, and for the washrooms. But I do take at least a shower once a day, and I do dishes once a day also, and I use the dishwasher at least once a week. So with that in mind, my cost for gas was 37 euros for the month of December. I thought it was a little bit high, not sure why. But anyway, so that was the cost of gas for the month of December for one person living in Algarve. So the other item on the list is the electrical bill. As you know, I spoke about this before. Electricity in Portugal, it is expensive than most countries, and to be expected, that was the biggest bill that I had received for the month of December. So my electrical bill was 76 euros, but I did put the heating on most days, as a matter of fact, on the month of December, because I find the houses were, a bit cold, a bit humid. I bought a humidifier. That's another thing. It's also most of the time it's on. I put the humidifier, get rid of the moisture, try to make the living spaces a little bit more comfortable. And the heating, I put it on at least once a day for 3 to 4 hours or so. And usually it's in the evening when the sun turns around, because my apartment faces east. And so in the morning, I have the sun in the front balcony. I call it the one that faces east. And I have the sun there. So in this side of the house, it tends to get nice and warm and cozy. But at the back of the house tends to get a bit cold, especially in the bedrooms there at the back. But when the sun turns around 1 or 2 p.m., so now we have the sun at the back of the house, and it basically gets reverted. So the back of the house now gets nice and sunny, so the bedrooms get nice and cozy. But here at the front tends to get a bit chilly, which is where I have the living room. I have the TV on. That's when I spend most of the time here on the living room. Is in the evening when I watch a little bit TV, or I'm editing videos, or also I'm doing some other work. But it's all, in this area of the house. And for that reason, I put the heat on quite a bit. So I was not surprised that electricity is going to be that much, even though I'm just one person. 76 euros is not bad. I actually pretty happy with it, to be honest. One more thing that I do is I actually have an electrical car, and I charge the car from the electricity in the apartment. So maybe twice a year, and I tend to go to the golf course close by, and they have charging, and I charge the car there. Sometimes I charge the car in Tavira when I go shopping. So it's a variety of places where I charge the car, but I did charge the car at least say once every 2 weeks or so here. So that was the cost for electricity for me, one person living in Algarve, for the month of December. The other bill is water consumption. So again, I don't use much water, I don't think. I do have a couple of plants here and there, some outside, some indoors. I put a little bit of water on the plants, but that's minimum. And, a shower for one person, use the dishes, make coffee. I have coffee. Don't wash the car here. I don't have a place outside where I can tap in a hose and wash the car. Don't wash the car here. So my water consumption was 18 euros for the month of December. So other expenses, these were the expenses for the apartment. Now my own personal expenses. So groceries about once a week or so. And usually I bring in about 60, 70 euros per week, give or take. My expenses for the month of December in groceries means the groceries are brought from the store, brought them home, and stored them in the fridge. All those groceries was about 226 euros or so. Other expenses, there is obviously eat out. I have a coffee almost daily. I go outside either to the mall or to one of the local shops. I'll go down to Cabanas, sit there, like in the morning, have a nice American coffee. And I like to sit there, the sun comes out, have that nice coffee. I really enjoy life a little bit. So I tend to have a coffee there in the morning, at least once a day or so. And sometimes then I go somewhere else and I have a coffee. I tend to eat lunch most of the time out. Cost me, 8, 9 euros or so. So if you're looking at my personal expenses, I'll say 180 euros or so for miscellaneous stuff. So other expenses, I have also an app, which is Mio. Yeah, it's Mio, M-I-I-O, which is basically an app that you can load, sign up for it, and you basically gives you a selection of all the electrical charging stations throughout the country. This is very beneficial if you have an electrical car, because you're not always going to charge, by the grocery store. If you're traveling somewhere, you can select the route, and when you select the route on the app, it tells you where you're going, and it tells you the locations where there is charging stations for you to charge. And I find this app is extremely convenient. It's a must-have if you have an electrical car. And the total charges for the month of December on my car was 38 euros, but I charged the car maybe 5-6 times on the month of December. Bought a couple chips, memory chips that I needed in order to make these videos. I bought one for the GoPro. I bought one for the drone. So the ones I had, the memory is almost gone, so I had to buy these. They cost $18 for these two 62 gigabytes each. So, it's not bad. The price wasn't bad. I also bought a stand, like these 3 stands you can put the GoPro on. That one was a little bit more expensive. That cost me about $38 or so. I keep saying dollars, not dollars, euros. Cost me 38 euros. So there you have it, guys. Those are my total expenses for the month of December of 2021. And so for the final moment, my grand total was 611 euros for the total expenses for the month of December of 2021. Obviously, they included everything with the exception of rent. I don't rent. I bought this unit, therefore I don't have a mortgage. So those are my total expenses for the month of December. But however, if you're to compare, as I have another video before that I talk about the rent in Tavira versus Lisbon. If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video. But there you have it, folks. Those are my expenses for the month of December. Is that too much? Is that too little? I'm not sure. So I've been in Portugal for a year. I find that I'm doing pretty good. So, but those are my expenses. Those are reality. So everything is in there. So I hope you enjoy this video. And if you like this video, if you like my content that I put out, please hit the thumbs up and ring that bell. Obviously, without you guys, I won't be creating these videos. I appreciate the comments, and I love to make these videos for you. I really do, honestly. So, thank you guys for watching, and have yourself a great day or night, wherever you're at.